What's so interesting about meme coins is that utility is either zero or small, right? Bonk has some utility, you know, Shiba Inu has some utility, but the actual cultural value is the attention that these things get. The attention is upstream of everything. And so it's so easy to understand. You don't need to value it as, does this capture attention? Is that attention persistent? And do I get some sort of feel-good factor or status by owning it? And it's the same as a LVMH, a Louis Vuitton handbag, and it's the same with fine wines. It's the same with the meme on the internet that you share. It's all the same thing. It's just concentrated attention.
Welcome back to the channel. Raoul, a well-known macro analyst and former executive at Goldman Sachs, shares his most recent observations with us today. Pal is a fervent believer in the rise of cryptocurrency assets in 2024 and 2025, much like other enthusiasts. The total market capitalization of cryptocurrencies, according to him, would rise from the present range of $2.50 to $2.7 trillion to a new all-time high of $12.5 trillion by 2025. His astounding prediction for the market valuation by 2030 is $100 trillion. In a recent interview with Coin Bureau's Jessica Walker, Pal shared his updated outlook and price predictions for the upcoming crypto bull market. Despite recent price fluctuations, he remains optimistic about what he calls the banana zone, the phase of every crypto bull market where prices go completely crazy. Pal expects this frenzy to begin later this year, triggered by central banks signaling rate cuts and politicians offering monetary incentives to voters. Also, with all the buzz around spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, Pal is confident that the next 12 to 18 months will be highly favorable for the entire cryptocurrency industry. Join us as we bring you clips from Pal's interview with Coin Bureau.
Banana zone is something that both Arthur and I talk a lot about. It's that point in the cycle where liquidity comes in, where central banks need to refi all of the debt. It's when politicians bribe the people with plenty of candy. It's that moment that crypto tends to go vertical. And it's very cyclical. It's driven by this macroeconomic forces of this debt refi cycle. It affects all the asset prices over the time. But crypto's the one that goes truly bananas. So again, the simplest way is don't fuck this up. So just have a core portfolio of the big stuff. But if you get the other stuff right, you can make a lot of money in the other stuff. The 10, 20% of your portfolio, there's a bit more degen. That's when you're going to see some really interesting stuff. Now, if you go back to the classic banana zone from the last cycle, that's when Solana, Avalanche, Luna, and Matic came. And the performance in 1 year out of those four tokens was insane. We're going to see that repeat. Who's it going to be? What's it going to be? I don't know yet. But that's a game to be had in the banana zone. And it's part of the fun that you can actually degen in and feel like you've really nailed something. Because really most of the game is just doing nothing and just letting it all play out. When you narrow everything down, the outcome for everything is printing money. So the worse anything happens in the US, the more likely they are to print money. So election years tend to be very, very positive, and the year after for risk assets, just because everybody's buying votes and then kind of proving themselves afterwards and mopping up the pieces and paying that interest on the debt. So there's that military side. You've then got all the retirees with the baby boomers with all the votes. Well, they want their healthcare. And then the third part of the equation is somebody needs to pay the interest on the debt. And the only way of doing this is the magic money printer.
Raoul, you mentioned that you are 90% Solana. So is there anything else within the Solana ecosystem that you've got on your portfolio or on your watch list right now?
No, I mean, I'm just trying to do nothing. The one thing I've been observing is stuff like the ETH Bitcoin cross. ETH got into the total hate zone, which always gets interesting to me. And then the ETH Bitcoin cross starts breaking higher, bounce right off the bottom of the range. I'm interested in that because that's the start of altcoin season in its truest form. So if it breaks a bit higher than here, we can see why that will happen now because the ETF, it's been delayed a bit, but we saw it with Bitcoin. The run starts well before the launch. So that then recycles capital up the risk curve, and that's banana zone. So for me, the focus is the banana zone, trying to get that right because that's where you can make a lot of money. So you kind of have to focus, even if you're not doing anything. You just, you don't want to lose your coins because that's the most painful part of losing it is in the banana zone. Just hold on to your coins and also don't fuck it up by owning the wrong stuff, getting way out the risk curve, and you're left with the whole middle of the crypto market rallies and you're so far up the risk curve in some weird political token from South Korea that you miss out on the entire rally, which I've seen, or you're still stuck in the last narrative. You're stuck in, one of the big layer ones from 3 cycles ago, thinking it's definitely going to come back this time.
Raoul Pal cautions that several of the top 10 projects, including XRP and Cardano, may find it difficult to prosper in future cycles, despite his general optimism over cryptocurrencies and the digital asset market. On the other hand, the CEO and the founder of Real Vision is quite optimistic about Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. He thinks Solana will do better than Ethereum and Bitcoin, and that when we get into the banana zone, Ethereum, the biggest altcoin, would easily beat Bitcoin. Additionally, Pal has made joke currencies like Dogecoin, Whiff Hat, and Bonk a major part of his financial portfolio. Nevertheless, he issues a warning, noting that this extremely volatile yet profitable portion of the cryptocurrency market needs to be handled carefully. Despite the dangers, Pal highlights the significance of meme coins in the cryptocurrency market and their potential for significant gains in the months to come. Pal and Arthur talk about their Degen bags, and Pal makes a shocking prediction regarding Dogecoin throughout the interview. Let's hear what Raoul Pal has to say.
What's so interesting about meme coins is that utility is either zero or small, right? Bonk has some utility, Shiba Inu has some utility, but the actual cultural value is the attention that these things get. The attention is upstream of everything. And so it's so easy to understand. You don't need to value it as, does this capture attention? Is that attention persistent? And do I get some sort of feel-good factor or status by owning it? And it's the same as a LVMH, a Louis Vuitton handbag, and it's the same with fine wines. It's the same with the meme on the internet that you share. It's all the same thing. It's just concentrated attention. So if you think of a lot of the Degen stuff is basically attention. I don't have enough attention to give out because I'm too busy. So I've kept it pretty straightforward. So I've got Whiff, Bonk. I still own Doge because I still think Elon's going to do something with Doge. And that's about it. I observe the space. Everyone reads Ansem's feed and trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, stuff like that. But I don't have enough attention to give out to the attention that it needs. So you can actually need to know what you're doing a little bit. So yeah. Arthur is obviously, he's a man of leisure. He can do whatever he wants. He's got time.
Yeah, I mean, to Raoul's point, my leisure consists of running around a court and hitting a felt ball, or putting on a piece of board and skiing down a mountainside. So I also don't have the attention to spend on which particular doggy coin is the hottest one. I own some with Dogecoin as well. I think Dogecoin is going to get an ETF by the end of the cycle, just because.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Oh,
because
really?
Yeah, I agree.
It's the oldest meme coin. It's on Robinhood in the US. Like, if you're thinking about, TradFi getting into crypto and they're going to put an ETF on anything they can, it's a high market cap thing. It's been around for a while. It's like the original meme coin joke. I mean, Palmer fucking rage quit from crypto, even though he created this like amazingly hilarious thing. So yeah, I think Doge gets an ETF before the end of the cycle.
I hit up Jan van Eck. It was just last week. I said, Jan, you've got to do this. You've got to file for the Dogecoin ETF. He's like, I just want to make sure I don't go to prison first. I said, look, you'll be fine. It's been around. It's proven itself. It's outperformed Bitcoin every cycle. I mean, it's been astonishingly good. So I'm working in the background to try and make this happen. But I haven't got through Jan yet, but I'll get somebody. We'll get Hunter, Horsley, Jan, one of these guys will force across the line. It's unlikely to be BlackRock, but we'll give that a go too.
In his insightful analysis of meme coins, Raoul Pal highlights that their attention-grabbing qualities, not their inherent usefulness, are what make them so appealing. Although certain meme coins, such as Bonk and Shiba Inu, may not be very useful, their true worth comes from the attention they attract. Pal highlights how expensive items like as Louis Vuitton handbags and exquisite wines, as well as meme coins, all function as status symbols and command attention by drawing comparisons between them. Pal admits to holding positions in meme coins like Bonk and Dogecoin, the latter being a particular point of interest due to Elon Musk's potential involvement. However, he acknowledges that he lacks the attention bandwidth to closely monitor the ever-changing landscape of meme coins. He jests about his limited leisure time, contrasting contrasting it with Arthur Hayes' more relaxed lifestyle. Despite his busy schedule, Pal believes that Dogecoin might receive an ETF by the end of the cycle, given its popularity and longevity in the crypto space. His conviction in Dogecoin's potential is evident as he recounts his attempts to encourage ETF registrations for the cryptocurrency. Pal maintains hope for Dogecoin ETFs in spite of regulatory obstacles, pointing to the cryptocurrency's steady performance across market cycles. His conviction in the long-term attractiveness and financial potential of Dogecoin motivates him to continue supporting this endeavor. Until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe for more videos like this.